Alright, so hello everyone, welcome to the stream. As I very intelligently decided not to do earlier, which was to pull up a image from the game. Unfortunately, when I tried to do it right about before I started, the archive is currently on in maintenance, so I'm now attempting. Why am I so loud in my ear? Let me turn myself down. I'm trying to find the image I need instead on the glorious web, which is simply put, not very easy. But I'll get started in general once I find what I need. Is this big enough? This isn't really big enough. It's a tiny ass image. Alright, let me see if I can dig this out from a different site. Oh, this site has some big images, right? So ignoring some setbacks here, let's see if I can find the thing I need. Nope. How about a fish? What do I want to go game? Game CG. Is this the base I got? This is probably the base I got. Okay, what's this next image here? That's inside a car. Okay, oh, that's a huge image. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this is a little wider than the actual shot, but that doesn't even look like a bed. Ideally, I would have liked to have found the actual scene. Let me see if I can find the actual scene shot. Oh. Will we just use the window here as the basis? Okay, so the problem is I don't know whose room this is. Okay, so supposedly this is Hina's home. So let me just pull this image up. So this is a image from the game's main story cutscenes. And though I don't know if this is just a very generic room or not, that might be used in other scenes as well. But it gives us a general layout. The things we're interested in is probably the bed. Oh, mostly the bed. So actually probably not the bed. Probably we have a vertical view here, so the thing we'll be interested in is going to be the window. Okay, so what we have here is essentially this is one whole thing, so we are going to turn this down. We don't actually have that much clear space. Also, there's still a little bit of coloring I need to do. I just noticed that the pants are completely untouched. Basically going to situate ourselves essentially on the surface here, because it has a vertical feature known as curtains. I think that'll probably be the best general approach here. So I'll just add more to the sketch folder, why not? So we're gonna go back. So essentially the only things that needs to be included is one line here, which is curtain. Maybe another line here to give us some detail. So this, we can see that there's a double-layered curtain here. The window actually doesn't have any notable features. We can actually have a second curtain coming behind us inside here. And then basically the rest of this is covered. Actually, let's strategically put this so that it also covers this gap here. The very small... Actually, there's not supposed to be a gap there. That's our hair. Hold on. Did I not color that properly? Oh, that's not colored properly. Okay, let me do something about that. What do I do with this? Where's the hair? I feel like it's even darker than this. The other thing is that it's not a particularly large gap, so you kind of get away with not encompassing absolutely everything. It's also below a surface, essentially, so... Oh, I'm not going to try and fight this add layer on the edge here. Okay, let's see. So what I have here is essentially a leg, essentially outstretched this way outwards. The finer details are being covered by Hina's hair, so got that working for us. So essentially what's going to happen is that the light's going to hit lightly on the side, and then it's going to be... How do I depict the roundness of the leg here? And then the bit that's kind of under here, which is actually still going to be largely visible, apart from the bit right against the crease. Also, I'm going to add a screen tone here, or texture, to add a fabric. Let me get that where I'm at. Downloads. Material. Not leather I want. Actually use this one do. It's amazing how that one works quite nicely for a lot of things. Let's give it something that makes it not look completely smooth, but a little bit rough. Like so. Also gonna have to give this thing like some creases, so say that the creases were like here. Actually, I can't work like that, that's fine. Just say there's like 2 creases coming through here against the shape of the leg and the crotch here. So it's like that. Okay, I haven't touched the belt pretty much at all. How much of this? Okay, that's actually probably fine, because what I want to actually do here is instead of adding any kind of shading to this, we're just going to go ahead and give this a little bit of refraction against the side that's facing the light. There seems like there's a light source on one side. For this part, we are going to just directly color this against the lighting. What do I do about the belt? Honestly, the belt looks fine, even without anything on it. At most, I can give it... This is where we can take a leather texture and slap it right on. I didn't see it. We'll just go. Alright, because I stuck it straight on something else. Why is this already at 58%? I can't see this at all. What the heck? Oh. Give it a little bit of texture. Okay, let's actually give this a little bit of extra colored in. Say belt. We're basically going to say that right against this little bit here, there'll be a little bit of a shadow given from the... what is this called? I should really know what that's called. Let's give this a little bit of a shade as well, where there's a bit of thickness on the edges. And you get real close to that, it will now have a texture. Okay, so now we'll do that for now, and then I need to take essentially these 2 shots of the curtain. We're actually going to be essentially very up close in a way where it may as well be about this, like this kind of close. We might actually want to do this so that we've got the this part hanging here like this. That's going to be completely irrelevant, namely because Hina will be right in front of it. I don't even know if that's going to be relevant enough to warrant the effort into including this detail. This might be unless we move this along a little bit. So we take this whole part and just go this way a little, so that's less hidden. So we specifically have the detail of this curtain where it rolls and balls up before it comes back down. This one hangs, and then the actual separation of each essential section, or the kind of like throw wave effect of this, we're going to say one here, and we'll say one right. So basically go one. This is not where the things would be, but then we'll say actually let's just go like that. So we have like 1, 2, 1, 2 like that. So at best we'll just need a, this will be a out, this will be a in, out, in, and we'll have to kind of worry about that a little bit on the back. The real problem is actually the window, because I'm not prepared to try and draw something outside the window. So I'll probably just try to do some kind of night sky. If I even manage to get that far. Okay, so. Oh, should we also include... Move that not to here, but to here, into folder, into back. We can include one extra line right against here, add some thickness here, right behind her head, and then maybe, let's say we've actually got a similar angle to this, and we're going to say we've got the frame of the window, which is going to be like that. It's like a really thick window, isn't it? So it's something like this, essentially, behind him. Because you can see the actual window itself is cutting into the middle of that bit of the metal. So it's coming actually not here, but like here, like right down the middle. That's mostly irrelevant. We just keep the glass as clear as possible. Yeah, that's probably the best way to go about it. Anything else I should know about? Alright, so should be able to just draw this all in one, right? I don't really need a set of roughs for this. Okay, so first up, for the very uniform portion of the windowsill or the window frame, I'm gonna take a... Okay, we're actually gonna use the straight line tool because that lets me 100% draw straight. Let's make this a little bit thicker. So 1 frame, 2 frame. Don't move that. Where the frame actually goes doesn't actually matter. Should we actually have the bit of the frame poking out here? Similar to how this is slightly poking out. Then we can actually draw in a line. It's a thin as line. So this is a curtain. It's a piece of cloth that hangs, so we don't have to... We kind of intentionally wanted to not be perfectly straight. We're going to include the cloth here. We're going to copy what is happening on here, which might actually want to go like this. Where the cloth is very much hanging on. Essentially there's a bit hanging onto here, and then this can also kind of clump over, clumping over the same way I did her here. Then we want this to come down from here. Can kind of have this. Let's see. come to here and then go. Technically, anything beyond this point, I don't have to be quite as careful, because it's gonna be. This is actually this is already behind here. I don't. Yeah, I shouldn't worry too much about what exactly is happening here. Let's just kind of do something here, because I will need a secret line for this. It's not worth the effort to worry about what's happening in those spots. Then we want, again, a intentionally not particularly straight line coming down here. Honestly, this is as far as it technically needs to go, because it doesn't actually matter. I think just for the sake of making it easier for me to color, I'm just going to draw all the way down, like that. And for the sake of making it easier to color, we will connect these lines. Wait. Like so. Yeah, that works. Then the question is how to do the contrast I need to make it look at least night time, ideally. So I kind of need maybe a little bit more gray as a default here. I'm trying to remove a little bit of blue from everything that I am taking from the image, because it's clearly not supposed to be that blue. That's part of the night feel that's being added to it. I'm just going to use the same color here over here. And then I need something for the night sky. We're just going to go ahead and... Sure. Okay, so I am going to color this with respect to what's in front of it, because frankly speaking, given that the image is not going to move, there's actually very little point in moving anything around or drawing the excess that sticks out from other stuff. I'd say window pane. I'm gonna take a largely whitish gray kind of color. Let's say we'll use a add. We're gonna take a airbrush. Basically, we just need like a kind of faint line joint here. And let's say the little bit of shadow that you get at the edge of the window where it's not as transparently light through. We'll put this like kind of underneath here. Okay, so these lines 100% need to be thinner. Can I spin the whole line here? Yeah, I can't just spin part of the line. I'm gonna make sure I'm not spinning the line next to it at the same time as I do this, which is kind of annoying. Probably gonna change the colors of a lot of these lines anyway, so shouldn't be a problem with that front. Okay, so we need to deal with a curtain here. This should be darker on... Actually, no, this is not here. It should be like right against this line. It'll be lighter on this side where it's not against the crease. This light can kind of hit it. I am essentially just looking at what the curtains are doing here and kind of copying it. Because we've got the kind that doing the same exact folds here. Oh yes. Okay, we definitely have this part. Then we have the creases here. And create the unevenness of some of these parts where that requires some very sharp creases. Also, we want specifically lazy way to do it. Light setting right here, and a setting lightly into here and lightly into each here. I think we'd probably add a texture to the fabric as well. Okay, then do I put the tights fabric on here again? Wood grain. Oh, where are my other materials? 100% more materials than that. Paper. Yeah, paper texture might actually work, ironically. So there's marble, cardboard, bread. You have a general idea what I've been working on in the past, just like looking at the line of different fabrics that I've gone through. Give it a little bit of texture. Make it look less like plastic and more like some kind of woven fabric. Give it an just a single color. Okay, just to make it easier to select this part, we're just going to do that, and we're going to go like that. Still not going to color on top of the parts that Hina's fully blocking. That's largely irrelevant. What do I call this? Wall curtain. Let's call this back curtain. We just use this for both the front and on here, and also I guess it's better just select an house. They're out of the way enough that I'm not going to have any problems overlapping them randomly. Let's take this color. Okay, so kind of want to have a deep shadow coming down right into here. And honestly, that's what we need here. I can't even see any of the sections because people are blocking it. What was this? This was out. And say like a bin's like right here, then it would be a little bit lighter there and a little bit lighter here. Okay, then we're going to actually just kind of blindly add a refraction layer because why not? We need this to create the contrast required. Like, let's use the blue color. I'm gonna put some like right here, and we're going to also put some like right here. Kind of just make a shape of it. Turn it down a bit so it's not glowing so much. We also want a little bit right against here, so we do have a little bit of a backlight. Then let us get the window frame. How much do I need to deal with this? We're gonna add a shadow to the frame, where essentially as it goes away from the outside, it'll be a little bit darker. Let's make this a little bit more gray. Turn this down. Okay, that doesn't really change anything. I'll turn it down. Then we also want into here, where this side will be comparatively dark. Then what we're actually going to do is we're going to put a shadow directly over a bunch of these parts to try and increase the level of contrast on some parts. Namely here, 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 and not this curtain. We're going to just take a gray, and we're going to directly just kind of paint a shadow right on top of it with a pencil. I want to use the darker pencil, I think. What? Why is that painting so weirdly? Wait, why is that? That's not how I remember the darker pencil being. So brush density, is that a problem? Why is this so complete as a pencil? This is not how pencils usually work. Okay, well, we're gonna use the airbrush because I don't know how to get that to work properly. And I just want to like darken this area, lighten this area, probably darken this area, and I want to darken directly behind the sensei here. Just gonna put a shadow directly behind them. We'll lighten the bit that's going to be illuminated by the outside, like right here. Actually, no, it's not right here, it's right here. So, kind of lighten that part out. Let's say that this part is also more in the light. And to increase that level of contrast, we'll give a backlight using the essential color of night sky, and we're going to kind of just put it in right behind them in a couple of spots where the light will be streaming in. Does that actually give me more leverage to increase this? I feel like I need to increase the shadows here as well. What? What? Why'd I do that? What'd I do? Okay. I don't want to increase the contrast on some parts here. I want a light to be coming in from this side, so I want to kind of avoid anything on there specifically. To increase the shadow against the edge of her hair here. Kind of try and follow the shape of her hair as much as I can. Going to kind of very lightly. Put some onto Sin's arm here. A little bit of shadow like right there. Now right against this bulb of hair right here. And then I'm gonna use a light kind of blue. I'm gonna very lightly brush onto here, here, here. Can I just like very precisely brush it onto here? Okay. So if I use a... Which brush do I use for this? I use one of these brushes. We're gonna take like the kind of purpley cut space-ish color, and we're going to do... Wait, did I make a layer for this? Sky. Was it this or was it this? Running color spray? Was it tide scraping that I used? I used something, right? Then we want a gradient where we're gonna add a purple layer to oh jeez. Actually, go just use the airbrush to kind of brush on a little bit of purple here. And we're just going to use the airbrush to kind of erase a part of this. Okay, I think the shadows actually do help quite a bit. Because there's more contrast between the front and the back. And we clearly have a light source coming from this side. Kind of side on, along with like a bit of a backlight. Don't know if there should be a sharp... Because they've got kind of a sharp contrast on the curtain here, which might actually be a good idea, where the light from outside will be directly hitting it, but I think the contrast here is actually fine. It's also not very visible, so I don't want to draw that much attention to it. I think it's the wildest best of the fact that I drew those hands about references. Drew a wireframe, and that's all I did for the hands. The knuckle isn't expressed very well here. It should be like a deeper divide on the hand, but I'll do for now. Okay, I think we're actually more or less done with this piece. I don't know if I can express the depth on the hand here any better than what I currently have. It's definitely not very well done. Might help if I add a little... Can I add... Is there a way to add the knuckle in a way that would do it? Should I add an extra glow to the eye? That's always a little bit of an interesting touch they can kind of do. Oh, where is this? Select the eye a little bit. Oh, right, over there. Well, I just draw right on top of it. I would just make sure I like really stand out. Okay, so I honestly thought I was going to spend a lot longer messing with this, so I don't have anything else planned, which is why I'm, at this point, kind of trying to drag you down. I could think of some kind of quick composition that I could start sketching out. It'd help a little bit if the game wasn't currently in maintenance and I can actually just open up and look at things, but... Actually, what time is it? It's about 6 minutes to hour. I could see if the game is finished minting. Where's the archive? Alright, let's say that maintenance is over. It probably isn't. I should probably just check it Twitter instead. That's probably quicker. Hello, archive. Doesn't look like there's been any recent news. So it probably means the mains is still going. OBS reconnection is successful. Okay. Alright then. Don't know why that happened. It's been happening more recently. Doesn't seem like anything else is cutting though. So now I have an extra second in the recording that I do in the stream. That's hilarious. Okay, the game seems to be starting up, so we'll just wait for that to go. Oh, okay. Is it gonna throw a Golden Week update straight into my face? It might. Hopefully it doesn't crash. Oh, no, wait. There's another 3 gigs. Okay, I actually have a little bit of idea of a possible composition, so let me just close this, and... Why is my internet having problems? It's not disconnecting enough to actually cause actual connection interruptions. It's just very minor disconnects that slow down the overall connection a little bit. I could do one of Iroha and Ibuki if I want to try something that is significantly less upright. Should really just took the anime rendition of Sensei. Okay, that's the third time OBS has decided to disconnect and... Okay, now my live feed seems to be largely doing fine. I don't know why it's having problems. And wireless repeatedly reconnecting successfully goes back up the green bars. Is it gonna stay at green bars? Turn on. I'm just gonna go to YouTube and just click on a random stream because that tells me if my actual connection is being interrupted more, because unlike a video which is able to preload a lot, I can just watch from the homepage. Okay, so instead of having a stream where my connection is repeatedly going on and off, we'll just finish up here. The image itself, the work for the day is essentially done, so it's not exactly a problem, but I can't believe that this is a good viewing experience, so we'll just cut that poor viewing experience. And well, we just changed ISPs recently, so which is also the reason for the outage I had a while back. So this might just be a bit of a growing pains. It hasn't had a problem till tonight, so I'm not too sure what's wrong. Well, the good thing is that I am done for the day, essentially, and while it seems to be allowing me to rant now... Nope, it's going down. Oh. See, maybe it's okay. Well, it's kind of stupid to have the stream go on and off